At Freddie Mac, we're constantly looking for new ways to make doing business with us easier. Our recent updates are a great example of this. You've asked for more specific information in our requirements to help ensure you are using the most recently filed tax returns. And so we've added guide language in our requirements about the minimum age of tax returns based on the loan's application and note dates. We also provided additional guidance for reviewing self-employed income stability when the most recent tax returns are not yet available. We want to emphasize that it is ultimately up to the seller to determine what additional documents are needed to establish that the borrower's income is stable and likely to continue. It is always a best practice to confirm that the tax returns you are using during the mortgage transaction are the most recently filed with the IRS. As a reminder, our temporary COVID-19 requirements for underwriting self-employed income remain in effect until further notice. In recent bulletins, we also announced several updates that make doing business with us easier. For example, you'll find more flexibility and clarity in our requirements around the use of powers of attorney. We've also provided more specific language and introduced a few changes related to verifying deposits or assets and when using third-party vendors for the required 10-day pre-closing verifications. These updates align with industry standards and, when put together, can streamline the loan closing process for you and your borrowers. In the QC space, sellers may now select a separate loan sample when conducting QC reviews for compliance with applicable law. This means you're no longer required to perform both the underwriting review and law compliance review on every loan in your QC sample. Finally, we want to remind you of some critical changes that may impact your mortgage business. If you originate ARMs that are indexed to constant maturity treasury or CMT rates, we announced the specific dates when we will no longer purchase such ARMs in Bulletin 2021-4. We will be updating our systems accordingly to prevent the submission and delivery of CMT-indexed ARMs. Details on these updated requirements and other guide changes can be found in our most recent guide bulletin. At Freddie Mac, we are committed to supporting affordable home ownership, equitable housing, and making the mortgage process easy to understand for you and your borrowers.